When does the philosophy discussion start? That's a very good question. Glad you finally got a chance to catch the stream. Well, I'll try as hard as I can to be entertaining. I can't promise anything. I will, like I've said before, I will definitely exceed your expectations, provided you lower your expectations. Come into this stream expecting a solid 5 out of 10, and when I give a 6 out of 10, you'll be impressed. First time Twitch viewer, I'm ready for the second monitor wisdoms. God, that clip channel has really kind of raised the bar of what people expect from live performances. First time catching your stream, you have my undivided attention. Divide it. You know, it's okay. I understand. I mean, I can't even watch my own stream without Subway Surfers in one corner, Family Guy playing in another one of someone cutting slime with a weird knife, someone else dropping Orbeez down a toilet. What is that? Is it? I realized what it was every time you scroll up on TikTok or you scroll up on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you are, it's because you want more dopamine in your brain. You want more of that immediate hit of give me stuff. And if you have 4 different videos, then each video is getting effectively a quarter of your attention. But if you put all 4 of those videos onto one video, giving it a quarter of the screen each, you spend 4 times as much time on that video. It's not a good quality video. It's just a very efficient distraction. It's sad. It really is sad. Sometimes, how long is... Also, I know that I'm going off on a tangent here, but I very much need to ask you this, because some people in this chat are cool. Some of you are hip. Some of you are happening. Some of you, you know what the down low is. I know that I'm aging myself as a boomer right now, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do. There was a thread on Reddit, all right? I know, it's a bad start to a sentence, but believe me, it's going to get worse. There was a thread on Reddit saying, what is an old person thing that old people don't realize is an old person thing? And someone commented, phone cases with built-in sections that hold cards and money. Is this an old person thing? I thought this was just a convenient way of replacing my wallet with a black phone case. I didn't realize that I was making some kind of age statement. And yes, it broke inside. Some of it ripped, so I just duct taped it up. All right, I'm not buying a new phone case until it actually breaks. Is this an old person thing? Like, I get my phone out and I'm like, but let me just get my money out of this little slot just here. Ha! Now it's back in my pocket. That way, I've only got one pocket that I'm using for everything instead of having a wallet in the other pocket. Because, my God, I'll have a wallet if people want me to. Cases with card holders are just efficient. Yeah, it's just... There's a bit of a war going on in the chat right now. People are like, no, it's not an old person thing, or yes, it's an old person thing. If we get some kind of clip out of this, I'm going to need... You know what? We need a poll. We need a poll right now. I'm going to poll it. This is very important. Phone case with card pockets. Old person thing. Not old person. And when I say not old person thing, I mean like you wouldn't look at it and immediately think, ah, it's an old person, that is. And I'll give you... We'll have 3 whole minutes for this vote. So we'll start the poll right now. How old, however old is to you. You know, old to you might be different to old to me. Because sometimes people walk up to, you know you're old when like children start calling you sir. That's especially when they don't know you and you're like, you know, you're walking through the supermarket and you're pushing the trolley and a child runs around the corner and nearly bumps into you and they're like, oh, sorry, sir. And then walks off, and I'm like, okay, first of all, why am I living in the middle of some kind of Victorian-era shopping centre with urchins just blitzing round the corner? And am I that old now? I swear to God, if you 50-50 this poll, I will restart the stream. Oh, for God's sake. Of course you are. I'm trying to gather data. I'm sorry, Squire. Yes. Why are ghosts always Victorian children? Did no children die before that time? Where are the ghosts of dinosaurs? Where are, like, the medieval knight ghosts? Where are the ghosts of people that died, like, 20 years ago? Why was it a Victorian fad to be like, oh yeah, when you die, you've got to come back as a ghost? That's a thing. You're going to be very, very popular in horror films. That's what's going to happen. I just always found it weird. And then they're like, oh yes, and this house is haunted by a Victorian child. Wow, did nothing happen before that? I swear to God, you 50-50'd this vote. 185, 185, 186, 185. It's because it's 3 minutes. Oh, I made it longer, which means you guys get to play with it more. Don't clip that. I'm talking about the poll. The fact that because it lasts for longer, you get more choice. I was going to play fucking RuneScape. I was reading a tweet the other day. Sometimes my best stories start like that. But I need you to understand. So I was reading a tweet, and it said, and I don't know if any of you guys can agree with this, the more important you get, the more, the more ranks you climb in an organization, the more wealth you generate, the more important people you contact, the shorter the emails get. Or the more formal the communication gets. And I thought, that's really weird. But when I stopped to analyze it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Whenever I've talked to like really big in charge people of, really big, powerful companies, they're always like really chill. They're always like, okay, yeah, let's just do this on Discord. Let's have a chat right now. Let's just have a Twitter conversation. It's easier because I think they know they've succeeded and so don't feel that they have anything specific to do. So they're more than happy just to communicate efficiently, which I think is very important. Whereas when I was talking to people who are, say, kind of middle management in any big organization, it's always long emails to whom it may concern, extremely long flowery text, big sign-off box at the end. And yeah, that kind of stuff. Corporate is cringe. I mean, it's weird. Whenever you talk to people that see themselves as corporate and they act corporate, you talk to people that see themselves as just making, a thing that's happy about it. I like it. Hello, funny person that lives in my side monitor. Ugh. Sometimes you have a dream in life and you fall a bit short. When they say aim for the stars, what was it? Like shoot for the stars and even if you miss, you'll be in the sky. That's not the saying, but it's aim up, and even if you don't go totally up, you'll still be vertical better than you were before. Shoot for the moon, and even that was the one. This is not a motivational speech. Not a motivational speech, not a motivational speaker. Shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll be among the stars. That kind of thing. So what happened was I very much wanted to be an actor and ended up just being a Twitch streamer. So I'll take this. I had this issue where I always get bored with all the MMOs I play. My longest FF14. Do you have any ideas on how to prevent that? Ah, right. You've discovered the debuff of depression. So what needs to happen there is you've got to speak to somebody about that and slowly start working on that, because MMOs are without a doubt the fastest way to pretty much speed run that permanent buff. Well, debuff in many ways. It's not a great thing to have, and you definitely need to be talking to somebody about that. Unfortunately, that's pretty much what it is. I think it's what it is MMOs, we normally discover them during moments in our life when we have a hell of a lot of free time. And then whenever we have less free time and we try to rediscover them, we realize that sometimes we did only enjoy things because we put so much time into them, they became enjoyable. It's almost like an acquired taste. And then you become older and you don't have as much time to acquire the tastes.